Alrighty, so we got some pretty loud birds and a doggy. But hello everyone, welcome back to 2025 Bronze Bombers Dungeons and Dragons. Quick recap, we had a couple of interesting sessions beforehand. Lyx, basically you made a deal with the devil, with Crake, the crazy, mysterious, evil dragon within you. I recommend everyone check out that little mini episode. Colton did some really cool subtitles on it and some cool voice effects on Crake. And we used some of the artwork that Lyx created through AI, and it looks really cool. It's a really fun, short episode. I highly recommend it if you want to learn more about what's going on in the world of Lyx. Basically, she made a deal with the devil. And then last session was awesome. You guys had some amazing role-playing moments throughout the whole time. Basically, you all escaped the painted world, the crazy circus world. Lyx turned into a giant dragon, or got parts of a giant evil black dragon. And Willow grew her wings again and flew out, saving Elastrius. And you all had that cool, kind of flying upward demon dragon angel moment. Afterwards, Willow, you kind of chatted with Isabella just to learn more about the Raven Queen, got some really good lore and history, I think in particular related to Lidara Caladan, that ancient Knight of the Rose hero who's kind of been in a lot of the art and statues and stuff. Apparently they had wings as well. And you learned basically that the Raven Queen doesn't typically bestow wings upon anyone, among a few other things. And then you had some tea and helped clean up and stuff. And then Melvin, you followed up with Mr. Fizban, our humble servant of Paladine, priest of Paladine. You thought he was a white robe, a Tide user, and turned out he's just a regular old priest. And he took you all out for some coffee and baked goods, and you saw Audrey again. Had some really funny exchanges there with Audrey, kind of bringing down or mellowing out everything that's happened a bit. But then you guys got stressed as you realized that the Mourning Flame maybe wasn't as protected as you all thought. It's been a few weeks that you guys have been in Calaman, and now talking with Fizban, the person whom Ruruth gave the Mourning Flame to, you all realize that protection setup they have is not enough for Soth. And you all were pretty confident that Soth was still kicking. So you rush over to Castle Calaman, you take Coconut Chris's cart, you use Spitfire the horse to rush into the inauguration of the new military members and Marshal Nestra's knighting as a Knight of the Rose. And you guys basically crash the party. Sneak expertly makes his way up to the stage, forgets what he needs to say, and he's like, please listen to my friends. Friends jump in and try to explain the situation. Bob the soldier is sending reinforcements up to the high tower, sending scorpions. And for the most part, everything was okay. Marshal Nestor was a little upset with you all. There was some tension there. Obviously, the governor was very, very mad. And then all of a sudden, Willow and Melvin, you hear someone in the crowd yell out, a feminine voice in the crowd yells out that they see someone, or they just say, what is that, basically? And you all see Lord Soth walking up the tower. Yeah, basically defying gravity, walking up the tower. And now, this is why I have the birds, because I'm actually gonna, before I continue the recap, we're gonna stay around this timeline for a little bit, this time zone. So bear with me for a second. It's a bright, sunny, early afternoon day in Calaman. There's a slight breeze coming in from the west as Castle Calaman looms in the background. And I'm gonna show you all something real quick. Castle Calaman? Yep. So just a reminder, so the highest tower, right? The highest tower of Castle Calaman. This is the actual artwork of this castle. It's on a giant hill. It's quite the pathway up. You guys can kind of imagine how rushing up on this horse through that rocky passage area, it was kind of tricky, especially with crowds. So kind of to give some reimagining to that. But yeah, Castle Calaman's looming in the background in this bright sunny morning as birds are chirping. Birds are chirping throughout the city of Calaman. They're kind of hanging out low, the birds. They're not really flying around much. And Fizban is out. After talking with you all, actually, he's back at his temple, and he's watering some flower pots around the Temple of Paladine, and he's looking nervously toward the tower. He's looking nervously toward the castle. He just spoke with you all about this situation, and he feels bad about it, right? He feels uneasy, he's trying to relax, but he can't help himself. He keeps staring toward the tallest tower of Calaman. I've called it Tower Glorfindel. Tower Glorfindel. And then we go to another part of Calaman, just kind of the market streets. There's some alleyways nearby. There's people walking about selling wares. And we see Scrip. We see Scrip. He's walking around with a strange, large old woman. She's completely in black. She has an odd netted veil on her face. And it seems like Scrip is talking to her, just yapping to this old woman about something as they walk the market streets of Calaman. Castle Calaman continues to linger in the background. And now we have a very peculiar scene somewhere else in the middle, in the inner ring of Calaman. So this is the rich area. It's very fancy. There's beautiful fountains everywhere. Really fancy stores, jewelers, fine dining, great performance centers. This is the really rich area of Calaman. It surrounds the castle. It's right on the edge of the castle. And the streets are bright and exquisite with garish gardens, sculptures, and fine stores. High-end folks peruse different shops and enjoy the upper ring with friends and loved ones. But one family stands out amongst all the aristocrats, all the rich people. It's a family of Kenders. Two of the Kender are each in their own fancy, quite large baby carriages, and they're old. They're not babies, they're old people in these big, fancy, red baby carriages. It's Ma and Pa DeLing inside these carriages. Smarts DeLing, with his classic face mask, hood, and brownish black roguish attire, is pushing both of his parents down the fancy streets of the upper ring. He's using one arm to push each, one arm to push one carriage, one arm to push the other, and it's quite the work. He's putting a lot of effort into his back and legs. And leading this caravan of Kenders, so in front of all of this, is Sly DeLing, Sneak's sister. She is twirling around a healthy bag of gold in one hand, just twirling it around cockily, arrogantly, and then with her pinky of her other hand, she's kind of picking out some food that's in her teeth, just kind of like flicking it out and getting crap out of her teeth. And yeah, just as a reminder, she doesn't really wear all the mask and stuff. She's not too big into that. She still has the roguish attire, but she has actually really noticeable giant ringed braids, right? She's got 3 of them that look like circles on her head because she likes the moons of Calaman. She likes the moons of Kryn. And yeah, people are looking at this odd group of Kender. I mean, Kender normally draw attention kind of because of racism in this world, but these Kender are really standing out just with the carriages and the weirdness. And yeah, all of a sudden, Sly gives out a giant burp and says, "Whew! That was some good eating." And then Pa says, Pa kind of like peeks out of his baby carriage and he's like, "You can say that again." And then he kind of looks at Smarts angrily. "Boy, you and Sneak could learn a lot from Sly, taking care of us and making bank in our greatest time of need." And then Smarts is like, but she got the gold by no but. And then Sly kind of looks at them and says, "Yeah, Smarts, no buts for you, lame-o." And all of them start laughing except for Smarts, obviously, who's frustrated with his family and with Sly. And as Smarts is kind of like frustrated looking around, he notices some tinkering going on a rooftop. He notices some gnomes and an Aarakocra. And on this rooftop, here's another scene, a rooftop near the upper ring. Tatina and Than are working on a strange looking device with pedals. It has a seat and flapping wings. I kind of think of like if you've seen like Leonardo da Vinci's like old sketches of weird flying machines, it kind of looks like something like that, like this. And yeah, there's a bunch of other gnomes here, nerdy looking gnomes here, playing with this device. And there's also an Aarakocra, a bird person. The somewhat large device is on some kind of launcher, not too dissimilar to a ballista or a scorpion, what's used to shoot at dragons. So yeah, it looks like it's on a launching thing, and they're tinkering around, working on some new invention. And then suddenly, the birds around Calaman start to stoop lower and lower as they start to get nervous, as if a storm is coming, but there's no clouds in the sky. But the birds still, they go low, and they're chirping. The ravens start croaking, and all the birds stay low. But there's only a few clouds in the sky, when suddenly, across the city, everyone hears an explosion at the top of Tower Glorfindel, at the top of Castle Calaman. The smoke begins to billow it out of it like a steamboat. Most of the people I just described, most of the people I just talked about, they start looking at this scene in shock and in horror. And as do the normal people of Calaman. They start running around, they start panicking. Some scream, "We're under attack! It must be the dragon army! Please take cover! And people start screaming as the highest tower of Calaman is now billowing in smoke. The people are running through the streets in a panic. Nisko is among this group, among one of the groups of people panicking. And he's watching the carnage unfold across the streets. And he can't stop staring at Tower Glorfindel. And of course, this explosion, you all would know, was because of Soth coming in, unleashing his fiery devastation, breaking the window with his cataclysmic fireball, and instantly killing almost all of the soldiers and knights that were in the direct area of that window. The only one that survived was the Minotaur Knight, Sir Taltus. Yeah, I mean, he looked bad. I didn't want to describe it too much, but he was like bones were showing, like super bad, like disgusting, dying, and Soth finishes him off to permanently make him undead and serve him. So yeah, we return to the black purple fire, which begins to spread. A fire that has killed countless of the Blue Guards, including Bob the Guard and 2 Knights of Solamnia, Sir Taltus of the Minotaurs, and Saramil, Levna Drakehorn's squire. They've all become undead skeletons, rising up from their fiery doom to serve Lord Soth, the Death Knight.
The birds are an interesting touch for this description.
Sorry, yeah, I will stop the birds. It's kind of hard to stop them at the same time while sharing.
No, I know.
Yep, so they all rise, and as they rise and meet Soth and stare you all down, Soth doesn't look at any of you. Soth is entranced by the Mourning Flame. The Mourning Flame, which is sealed onto a magical stone pedestal in front of him. It's about the pedestal, just so you guys know, there's like 2 stairwells kind of, you can see on roll 20 on either side of it. There's 2 stairwells. It's about like 20-ish feet, I would say, 20-ish feet high pedestal, maybe almost 30. And on top of that is the Mourning Flame. If you climb the stairs, you can reach the Mourning Flame. And yeah, and Soth reaches out to the cursed orb. And Soth says,
"At last, our long-awaited reunion, my friends.
And again, he's just staring at the orb, not at any of you.
Born out of the cataclysm, as siblings, we are destined to unify once again."
And the orb suddenly seems to react. It seems to pulse with energy and different colors, this weird gaseous colors, and it feels like a truly evil aura. And sorry, just a quick memoriam, Bob the Soldier. Saramil and Taltus, you guys haven't met them really, but they fell. The young man was Levna's squire, and this is now what they look like, to give you guys a better example of what rose from the fires. I do imagine a little bit of like fire kind of pulsing inside of them, almost like a heartbeat, and their eyeballs kind of look like a little fiery too. All of the undead, all of Soth's undead have these red, fiery, pulsing eyes to them. Yeah, they might have a little more skin on them, it might be a little more grotesque, but something like this. But yes, Soth says this to the Mourning Flame. He's speaking to the orb. He says,
"My friends."
And then suddenly, as all this pulsing happens in the Mourning Flame, the ground starts to shake a little bit around it, and intense energy blasts out of it. And I need you all to make athletics checks. Oh shit. Oh wow, nice. Alrighty. As the Mourning Flame pulses out and reacts to Soth's command. Can you guys hear me well? Is my mic okay? So this is what happens. It pulses out with intense energy. Willow and Lyx, somehow you hold firm and you're where you are, but this energy like pushes you back and your hair kind of like falls back. But even Nestra, Levna, Melvin, and even Sneak with that 15, you guys get pushed back and you're prone. You're all on your butts as the energy of the Mourning Flame blasting out pushes you back further. Willow and Lyx, you resist its power. And now I need you all to do either an Arcana check or a Perception check. You get to choose. Arcana or Perception, one or the other. As Soth just continues like entranced, hand out to the Mourning Flame, walking slowly. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to say, because you guys did so amazing with roleplay, you do have advantage. Or sorry, you have inspiration. You all have inspiration. But use it wisely is all I'll say. Use it wisely. All right, Sneak. 4, 12, 16. Okay, 4. Okay, 7, 4, 16, 10. Okay. Interesting. So Sneak and Melvin, you do hear something. Melvin, you feel, you more than hear something, you feel it in the tide. Especially after getting hit by this energy. You feel this horrible darkness It feels kind of like the drug feeling you get when you use the tide, except it feels like too much. It feels like you've dived in too deep, and not just too deep, you've fallen through into an abyss of it. It's so much power and so much energy that it became pain, and that's what you're feeling, Melvin. You don't really hear much, but you feel that pain. Sneak, with that 4, you actually do hear voices whispering. You hear some voices that whisper sa sa sa, and you hear other languages you can't comprehend, languages from other regions, and it sounds like a lot of people. It sounds like a lot of people, but you're freaking out a bit. You don't know if it's your own head, actually. You're kind of freaking out a little bit. Willow with a 10. You hear what Sneak heard. You hear kind of these different voices, but you do pick out one voice that kind of tries to yell at you, and it sounds like, but that's it. That's all you're able to pick up. It's just one voice that says that screams that at you. And Lyx with your 16. Is it Arcana or Perception?
Arcana.
Okay, good. So, same with Melvin. You feel this horrible pull to the tide, except something about Crake likes it. You can kind of sense that. Crake likes that pull. He likes that darkness. He likes the abyss. But you also hear, Willow! Snake! Oh, Lyx, do you hear me? And this voice kind of feels that you react to it.
Sorry,
It's not you!
I kind of misheard what you said.
He's just saying everyone's names.
Okay.
Saying everyone's names, and he's calling out to you, this voice. Lyx, is that you?
Yes.
We're trapped in this forsaken sphere. Do not die the soft. Do not die. And then he gets crowded out by a bunch of other voices. In different languages. And you hear people saying, Soth. Some people are crying his name. Some people sound like they're worshiping Soth's names. Others are cursing Soth. And you hear tears and Soth. You hear all kinds of ages of voices. Yeah, and you hear a couple other names try and call out to you. Some of them sound insane, just laughing, and it's overwhelming you. As you hear all this. And honestly, with that 16 Lyx, you know that voice that called out to you was Sir Ispin Greenshield. His voice
had a feeling.
His voice rung through your head as he tells you, do not die to Soth. Whatever you do not die to Soth. Okay?
If Lyx was a barbarian, it would be insta-raid. I'm like, the fact that there's a feeling of pleasure going through me because of Crate and the disgustingness of this. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Do you know any languages, Lyx? What languages do you know?
Gnomish and Draconic. Or I guess I don't know. We kind of...
Okay. Yeah, then you hear what I told you.
Makes sense.
The skeletons all look at you and don't move yet, as Soth is kind of still, not really moving. He's just hand out, kind of taking in the moment of the morning flame. And Levna looks at you all as she kind of slowly gets up and says, please, I beg of you all, leave Saramil for me. His failure of a master will do him this one act of justice. Remove him from the servitude to this monster. And she takes her sword out and looks at her student, who is the skeletal knight up here, just so you all know. So she's begging you all to not strike down Saramil. She wants to do the deed. And she says, you all do what you must for Soth. I will hold back as many of these as I can. Marshal, all of you, do what you must. And Nestor kind of gets up, shocked that she was knocked down, takes out both of her swords, kind of does like a little on them, and says, you all heard Levna. We must get to the morning flame. We must stop Soth for the fate of our friends, for the fate of each other, and maybe even for the very fate of Ansalon and Kryn itself. Focus on the task at hand. I believe in you all. We can do this. And now you all have a D4 inspiration, a small little D4 inspiration. All right, and I'll give you all just one moment to react right now, to do something. All of you can do something, except no movement, none of that, no actual combat start, just something. I know, Lyx, you have your dead form on you and you have Witch Bolt going. That's what I heard. Oh, okay, I heard that in the previous episode. I did hear that. So I don't know if that's what's happening.
Well, I have False Life on.
Okay, you have False Life on?
Yeah, and that just gave me extra hit points, which I updated I'm not using Witch Bolt spell.
Okay.
I think at one point I drew a longsword.
Yep.
I think I might actually put that back in my little sheath.
Okay.
I'm gonna put it away, and I'm just gonna look at the my fellow bronze bombers, and I'm gonna look them all in the eye and give them that little nod, just to let them know, And that's all I'm gonna do.
Okay.
I think that Melvin's gonna like, after just kind of feeling this really intense connection to the tide, it almost feels like a nasty hangover as he's sort of realizing and trying to recover from that. So I think Melvin knows that maybe it's a little bit time to start tapping into his power. So he's gonna touch the amulet of melodic enchantment, and he's gonna go ahead and spin on his heel to transform into Melodia Mirage. She's gonna kind of pull out the tuning sword from her back, and it's gonna be like this sort
Nice.
of clear note holding.
Love that. Love that. That's cool.
I don't think I already did already, so I think all Willow's gonna do is, seeing how bad everything is, just go into the most scared and angry rage she's ever gone into before.
Alrighty.
I'll don my dragon mask that Sneak gifted me.
Okay, sure.
Eyes are lined with just that hint of green, that crate green. Yeah, and I'm gonna open up a little channel to crate, and I'm gonna ask, how do I defeat this knight in front of me?
You must be more powerful. Accept more of me. The only way to kill one who is strong is to be stronger.
Okay.
You accept it?
Yes.
Okay. So this is what happens. Wait, what do you feel? You to open this path within you, you feel that you need to embrace something dark, to burst through these doors, to let Crake in again.
Well, I put on the dragon mask, and I honestly am thinking about how much I dislike Crake, especially after how that excited energy that he enjoys the suffering of this world.
The doors open, the channel within opens as Crake's energy starts to flood through you more and more and more and more, and your friends can see this kind of black aura going around you, this black energy start to seep out of your, I don't know if you want to describe it, Lyx, but this is kind of how I imagine it. Is there anything more
it's like ripplingness, kind of shapeless.
And for a split second, I'll say those of you that got at least a 10 perception, you see a massive shadow on the ground of a dragon, of a black dragon, extend through this whole passage, and the shadow's head touches the morning flame.
Oh god.
Lyx, for 5 seconds, all of a sudden you literally flip upside down as if you are underneath the floor here. And on the other side is this massive room. It's dark, there's lightning going around. It looks like there's sand in the distance. There's a giant pedestal again, and it looks like the morning flame is on there. The morning flame's on this pedestal, and someone with long hair, you can't really see them, they look almost like a zombie, touches the morning flame. And then suddenly you see people all around you, just shadowy figures, just fall to the ground, fall to the ground, fall. And you flip back to your reality as this energy and power goes through you. The darkness of Crake and the darkness of the morning flame touching, giving you this vision of something. And now, Lyx, you have advantage on all spell attack for today. You have advantage.
Shit.
So not saving throws, but to hit.
Yep.
To hit, you have advantage on all of them. But you have another point of that thing I said during our one-on-one session. So now you have 2 of them. You have 2 points of this thing.
Okay.
We can call it darkness. You have 2 points of darkness, 2 points of corruption, whatever you want to call it. But right now you have advantage on all spell attacks. Anyone else? Yeah, I mean, Marshall Nestra is kind of taken aback by Lyx a little bit there, but she's still staying focused. She's not really going to question you, Lyx. And Levna didn't even notice you, to be honest. She's staring Saramil. Saramil's kind of standing above that pedestal, right? Still, he's standing on the stairway there. Anything else? Any other little flourishes? Any other little details? Any weapons? Willow, I'm guessing you slammed your axe and turned it on, probably.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah, okay. Rage, that, boom. Okay, well then, friends, so we can jump right into it, or we can take a break. I know it's kind of a big intro. We can take a break and then get right into the combat, or fight a little and take a break when we want. What are you guys feeling? I'm down for either.
I'm down to see how this starts.
Okay.
Hopefully it's not quick.
Cool. All right, well,
maybe one round of combat for...
Sure. Yeah, see how it goes. Okay, I like that. Okay, Sneak, you start us off. as all the skeletons are there, and they're kind of guards above you guys, right? They get their crossbows out and they're ready to help, but they're very scared. And Sneak, it's your turn. And then we have Lyx and Willow.
Cristian, to
Okay.
clarify,
Oh
so
yeah.
to the right and to these left, these two groupings of three, those are friendlies, correct?
Yeah, these people are alive and they're humans. They're above you too. They're about like 10 feet above you all.
So they're above us. All enemies are
In front.
ahead.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, they were once friends, now turned enemies. Yep.
Okay, after I give the nod to all my friends and everybody starts to put on all these like little positions, Sneak is gonna go look over at him and he says, "Everyone, let's get into positions. The house is on fire." And Operation Fire, whatever we called it, I forgot, but it's in effect. Let's fucking do this. And I'm gonna just sprint full speed up to this like little area over here, and I'm gonna try to use my grappling hook to get up kind of in that area. And I'd like to hide, yeah, kind of in this area, but I'd like to be able to hide kind of by this pillar.
So what I'll do is, since you're not an immediate threat and these are inanimate objects that you're grappling hooking, you succeed to use your grappling hook to get up on there. So you're on there now. If you want to hide, you will need to roll for stealth, and that'll be a bonus action to hide.
Okay, I will try and do that. And let me roll for stealth. Come on, Sneak, be a sneaky boy. Come on, Sneak, be a sneaky boy.
Okay. Soth is in trance as far as you can tell. It's really hard to read the reactions of the skeletons, but you feel that you've avoided them.
Okay, good enough.
You're not 100%, but you feel like you've avoided them. They seem to be still looking kind of dead forward.
Good enough.
All right. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. You still have an action. Oh, actually, no. Grappling hook was the action. Sorry. Yep. Alrighty. If that's it, then Lyx, and then we got Willow.
So I will move forward. And then I'm going to use my bonus action gust.
Okay.
Can I use it on myself to push myself 5 feet?
Sure.
Like a little back
Yeah,
air?
sure. Yeah.
Cool. All right. And so is Soft invisible to me because of the...
Yeah, there's like, these are like 40 feet, actually, like 40, 50 feet walls right there. So you can see, you could see the top of, actually, you can't see South because the Minotaur is now blocking him. The Minotaur is massive. It's super wide. You could see these guards here. They're actually on the lower ground. This is just like a little 1 foot kind of like crevice here. So you could see that there's there's 4 guys on your right, and then there's 3 guys I think on your left that you can see. The rest are kind of on the stairs and walls still.
Okay. All right. Then I will shoot Ray of Sickness. I'll shoot it out to... Can I shoot it to this guy in the corner?
Do it.
All right.
So that's 2 hit, right? And that's at advantage.
21.
That hits.
All right. They take 2d8 of damage.
What type of damage?
Poison.
Okay. So you send out your Ray of Sickness, empowered by Crake. And what does this look like again?
This is like that green. Again, it's kind of like light, but a foggy light. And it shoots out from my wrist like Spider-Man.
Yeah. So it hits this being, right? And like the being like kind of flips back, and then it goes back up as the poison starts to be swallowed by it, and it starts to like eat it, and then the body consumes it.
Okay.
And it just stares at you in anger, or not anger, really, in a dullness, as it seems like that attack had no effect.
That's unfortunate, because that is one of my only attack spells. The others are spell-safe. Crake, you're not even helping me, man.
All right, you can add +2 to your whatever, the save, your save check.
To the save?
Yeah, I'll give
you
you
want to switch
+2.
it?
What is yours?
Okay.
What is yours?
15.
Oh, 17's high. 17 is high.
How about +1?
Okay, I'll give you +2, but you lose the advantage on the spell attacks.
Okay, dealio.
Or I'll give you +1 and you keep the advantage.
I'll take +2.
Okay, +2, you lose the advantage.
And I'll just shout, guys, they don't care about poison.
And then Nestor kind of says real quickly, those who are dead care not for what makes... Fuck, I like that. What I was just trying to say. Those who are dead are not going to be made dead again by disease and poison. Okay, I fucked up that cool moment, but she says it cooler. All right, Lyx, anything else? All right, Willow, it's your turn.
So not a whole lot I can do this round because I can only move 40 feet and the highest range attack I have is an extra 20 and there's still nothing combative within 60 feet. So she's just going to barrel forward and probably just screaming angrily.
You can dash as an action. Did you say that?
No, I didn't, but that would get me into melee and that would just get me to be able to be hit.
Yeah.
Is what I'm thinking. So I don't know how... Well, Because I don't have to do a full dash, do I? I can choose
Yeah,
how
you
much
can.
I'm
Yeah, exactly. You basically gain your movement speed again, so you basically get to move twice, and you never ever with movement have to move all the way.
Okay, in that case, I will go ahead and dash, and I will get just out of melee with this first ugly guy,
Sure.
just screaming the whole way.
Awesome. So drawing a lot of
Hoping that people will
attention.
follow behind me to
Yeah,
back
yeah,
me up.
yeah. Charging in, being brave.
Forward.
Like it. I like it. Anything else?
Nah, just really praying Nestra's behind me.
Yeah, and Nestra loves your bravery and dashes as well. Okay, I guess you're faster than her, unless I did my maths wrong. But that's as far as she goes. As she's kind of like scratching the floor with her swords, drawing a lot of noise to her too. Her double swords. And that's actually all she can do right there. And now it's Saramil, the undead knight's turn. And he starts lurking forward. And then falls down prone. He actually tips over the stairs and falls down prone and like is on the ground, and then uses all the rest of his movement to just kind of stand back up near you all. And now he's in front of you all. As you guys see the Knights of Solamnia helmet there, he's looking at you all with his sword and he's pointing it out. And actually, Willow, since you're so close, do a perception check real quick. And then Melvin, you can do your turn as well. Yeah, with that 14, Willow, you hear Master. You hear master. All right, Melvin, your turn. Melvin's moving up. Gotta move up. Dun, dun, dun.
I'm gonna advance, move 30 feet.
Uh-huh.
Then, let me see. I need to measure real quick. I am going to use dimension beam. So Melodia sort of starts running, and if you can imagine homegirl, like this like 6'5", like very tall woman, like but exaggerated woman with like crazy makeup and like a fucking wig, just clacking, heels just a clacking. She's not as fast at heels as Nestra or Willow. So she's gonna advance to that point, and then she's going to take homie on the left, this guy, and throw dimension beam.
Alrighty, they'll save. Okay, let's do it. Fail, mega fail.
So it's gonna take 9 radiant damage.
Okay.
Melodia is gonna be looking very intently to see what happens in response.
As you do that, boom, it blasts through. Or how does that look? This beam attack.
So dimension beam is kind of like a space beam. It's a reflavored sacred flame, y'all. So it's sort of like pew!
Yeah. Left arm and part of its rib cage just shoots out as it still has just one. Now it has one arm. You just launch it out, and honestly, a big chunk of its like middle part. You can kind of see some of the flames more inside of it now, kind of gushing out a little bit, almost like weird blood. All right, what else, Melodia?
Then I'm going to, as a bonus action, use one of my bardic inspiration die to hype up Willow. So Willow's gonna get the D8 to add to whatever roll she sees fit. So that's, and that's kind of also like Willow's the only one getting a magical effect, but everybody else charge.
Cool, Willow, you got that. Alrighty, and now it's Levna's turn, and she screams out, "Son!" as she dashes as well and meets the marshal. And that's all she can do. Alrighty, and now we have our Minotaur. Sir Taltus, or what once was, starts lurking over, kind of like lumps over this without caring. And it looks at you, Lyx, and kind of like just looks like intense anger as its giant axe is out. And you can see the kind of the classic bull snort coming out of the Minotaur. And now it is none other than Soth's turn. And Soth walks slowly, just walking, not running, as his hand is stretched out. And he says again,
"Soon, my friend, we will meet again."
And he's just going slowly. He's not rushing toward the morning flame at all. He's just walking up. He just walks up maybe 8 feet, 10 feet. And that's Soth's turn. And now it's the skeletons who suddenly awaken. I'm gonna move them all real quick. This skeleton kind of like does the same thing as Saramil and falls down, gets stuck there as its turn. It kind of like limbers over. This one as well falls over. Actually falls on Saramil, and Saramil like throws it over himself as it falls down prone. Both of those over there, they will not be attacking. These other ones kind of limber around. They're not too sure what's going on yet. The one that's Bob the Soldier is somewhere back here. Okay, and then this one is gonna attack you with a short bow that it pulls out Melodia out of anger and spite, and it does a 20. So a 20 does hit. And Melodia, you take 5 damage. Willow, this one over here, and I'm hoping you guys can track health because I got a lot to track. Willow, this one over here attacks you. So we're going to swing at you. Oh god, it actually misses. So it hits for, it does 13. A 13 misses, right? Unless you want it to hit you. Okay, so 13 misses. Alrighty. And I'm going to say these two are going to aim short bows at Levna, who's kind of yelling a lot. Oh my god. So what happens here is they actually have amazing shots at Levna, and Marshall Nestor uses her legendary reaction to get in the way of one of those shots and cut one of the arrows in half in front of Levna. And then she gets in front of Levna and it isn't able to block this hit, and Levna takes 6 damage. But that first hit would have been nasty, and Marshall Nestor was able to use a reaction to block it. This one's going to attack you, Lyx. Jesus Christ, guys, this is bad. I'm rolling really well. 22, that hits. You take 4 damage, Lyx,
Epic.
from a short bow arrow from the guy closest to you over there. Okay, that's it for the skeletons. The guards, Jesus, they are actually in range of some of these. So what I'm going to do for them, just to make it quick, is I'll just roll for all of them and see what they get. Oh god. Yeah, I mean, one of them does hit. Let's see how much damage they do. Not good. They do some damage, but they're tweaking a little bit. Okay, that's better. Okay, these ones actually land their hits, Lyx. They deal a good amount of damage to this guy over here. Okay, I need you all to do an athletics check, and then we go back to sneak. Athletics check again.
While we're doing that, can I quick retcon and just let them hit me real quick? I realized I'll lose rage because I did it at the beginning of the round. No, that's fine.
I tried to segue that.
Nope,
I tried to
you're
give you that one.
Entirely fair.
You'll have to rage again, sorry. I didn't know if you were planning something else. Okay, cool. So we're doing athletics checks. As Willow, you get pushed back 5. You don't take an opportunity attack from this because the skeletons also get jumbled by this. Levna and Marshall Nestra are okay. Melvin, you get pushed back 5 feet. Sneak, even up there, you kind of get pushed back a little. Actually, no, you have protection. You have protection from up there. And then Lyx, you get pushed back 5. As the Mourning Flame reacts to Soth again, pulses down and pushes you all, and the ground starts to rumble. And we go starting with Sneak next. And I think we can take a break there, and we'll take a 10-minute break. Come back at the 46 of your time to continue this encounter as Soth is slowly walking up to the Mourning Flame. Alrighty, see y'all then. So yeah, after Marshall Nestor kind of like jumped in and did that reaction to slice an arrow to protect Levna. But yeah, so after she did that, she kind of like grabs her shoulder and is like, focus, do it for Saramil's sake. And then she kind of shouts at all of you, let the passion for those you love carry you, but focus on the enemies at hand. And then you all feel a little more hype. You still have your little D4s from her. You guys are staring down these skeletons. Is this something a little more beady? Is this kind of what you're thinking, Melvin? Okay. Cool. All right, Sneak. Well, you're starting us off then, as you guys have a little more inspiration, a little more motivation. And then we got Lyx, Sneak, Lyx, Willow.
Okay, let me think here. I kind of like being up high. That way I might have a little bit of an advantage. Can I yell it? So are there stingers up here by where I am with these people?
Stingers?
The stingers.
Oh, like the scorpions? No.
Oh, scorpions. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, no.
Okay, do they have bows or anything?
Yeah, they have short bows.
Okay, I'm gonna yell at these guys to concentrate fire at the legs of all these guys if they can. Shoot at all the legs of all the zombies if they can. Just because we need to immobilize them. That's obviously they're dead, you know? So
okay.
That's what I'm gonna do to those guys right there. I'm gonna tell them to shoot at the legs, try to immobilize them, and
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna also yell to my friends that, and then I'm gonna pull out my handy dandy. Well, I'm gonna just whip out my right arm, and I'm gonna hold true and shoot twice, like hold, really focused on it, and I'm going to try to just. Who do we got here? Who took a hit already? Willow?
Willow did take a hit.
Okay. Who's this one here? Okay, yeah. We'll do that one. We'll do this one right there. I'm gonna try to shoot at that one's like knee or leg or foot in the general area.
Yep, roll a hit.
Willow was not hit. She was attempted to be hit. She did not get hit.
All right, that's all right. We're still gonna try to take it out.
It's at advantage because you're hiding. You're sneaky.
Okay. Should I do it again? Yeah, one more time. So 11.
Oh shit. You miss.
Yeah, I miss.
Sorry, bud.
That's all right. I'm
That
gonna try to go
sucks.
back into hiding then.
Yeah, you can do that as a bonus action. You go ahead and roll for that, but Lyx go. So roll for stealth. And Lyx, your turn.
Okay, I am going to.
All right, you are hidden again, my friend, at least. So you'll have advantage on your attacks.
I'm gonna dart this way.
Okay?
And I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers
Uh-huh.
onto. I'm sorry, I disrespectfully forgot. Is it Taltis?
Yep, Taltis.
Okay. All right. So they have to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Oh shit, okay. Does a 3 beat it?
No,
Okay, what happens?
they take 3d6 psychic damage.
Oh shit, nice.
I'm gonna use that d4 bonus.
Sure.
Is that? Am I allowed
Yeah,
to?
yeah.
Okay.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll that damage. Then we got Willow.
So it's 12 damage, and it must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from you. The creature doesn't move into obviously dangerous ground.
So it uses its reaction to move, to
Yes.
use its movement as far away as possible.
Away from me, but not
Oh,
into
God.
dangerous ground.
Okay, I feel like this is actually a little sad. As you do this ability, Taltis is kind of like, kill him, man. Ceremil, and kind of like walking away and resisting the urge to want to fight you with this spell that you're casting as he's going further and further back into this corner in the darkness over here. Yeah, it looks like he's fighting with himself. Whatever remnant of his will is there is still fighting strong, and you're helping him channel that will. Okay, what else?
All right, I am going to use the gust bonus action just to go another 5 feet.
Okay.
Just move a little bit closer.
Let's, I feel like diagonal movements are technically 10 feet, but I'll allow it for
okay.
this. I'll allow it.
Okay. I didn't know.
I think
I
they're
don't. It's
technically,
fine.
we can double check it, but I think they're technically 10 feet.
I can do. I went to his head.
Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Willow, your turn.
Well, rage drops, but still being very angry, she's going to immediately get back into it again, move up just one square to and she's just going to start hitting and fighting towards the flame. She's going to hit the guy in front of her now.
Roll to hit. So you're raging again, right?
Yes.
Perfect. That looks like damage.
Oh,
That's weird.
might have hit the wrong
Right?
thing.
Yeah, I'm looking at damage. Okay, there we go.
Sorry. It's been 3 weeks.
Oh, God, that misses.
That misses. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Do you want to use an? Okay, I won't. Yep, you miss.
yeah, no, I get 2 attack, so I'm going to go
Oh,
ahead.
shit. Yeah, go ahead. Yep.
Yeah. Level 5, I get 2.
That
I
definitely
can
hits.
hope that hits.
Yeah, that hits. And this guy is actually finished from that. So what does it look like?
I guess I'll yell back at Sneak. They also can't walk if they can't walk at all. And just cleave it in half, and it just falls apart.
Cool.
He's
And I'm
not-
gonna move my skeletons out of the map, I think. There we go. Just because they're being a little weird. It seems like they're all in unison. I may have cloned them too much. So I'm gonna move them off because I think if I delete it, it'll delete all of them, and I don't want that yet. Okay, anything else, Willow?
No, she's just looking for whatever's gonna come at her next, ready to attack again.
Okay. All right. So now it's the Marshal's turn. She can move. Dang. Okay. I think she's gonna have to dash. That's her action. I think she's gonna have to dash. She will dash, and she will be in range of all of 3 of them, including Sarah Mill over here, without fear. She can't attack. And now it's Sarah Mill's turn. Unless there's a reaction. Is there a reaction? Nope. Okay. Sarah Mill's turn, actually, as he notices Nestra running up to her, he takes 2 swipes at the Marshal. And as he swipes, the Marshal barely, I mean, obviously not looking at him. She's never really looking at anyone. With one sword blocks the first hit, and that same sword drops and blocks the other hit and says, "Save it for your master," to Saramil. Expertly blocks his attack. Melvin, it's your turn. That's Saramil's turn.
All right, so I am going to move 30 feet, and then I'm going to draw Rhapsody, the tuning sword, and Melodia is going to start using Harmonic Baton, aka Hypnotic Pattern.
Okay.
So let's see, I want it 120 feet. Yeah, like that. So everybody go ahead and so you need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Okay, so that's all those skeletons back there, including Soth.
Including Soth and
1, 2, 3, 4 skeletons?
oh wait, never I'm sorry. Actually, may I not do that?
Sure.
So instead, I think I'm going to blast the one that's behind. Yeah, I'm gonna blast the one that's behind Nestra, the one that I picked earlier. We've been treating trying, so go ahead and give me.
Say, oh, super fail. How do you do it? How does it look? They're dead.
Melodia's gonna be like, oh no, you didn't! From the last time she got ganked by a short bow. So she's gonna like bring the fucking Rhapsody, the tuning sword, and throw some light. It's gonna just smash through him.
Hell yeah. Dunzo, as it basically breaks apart. Okay, anything else?
Yes. Bonus action. I'm going to use my free cast using my Divinely Favored. Melodia's going to kind of touch the Ring of Broncala and activate the feat Divinely Favored. So
Okay.
calling upon the Bard God, they're going to activate Shield of Faith.
Okay.
So basically, I'm going to start a concentration to give Willow a +2 to her AC.
Okay. How long does that last?
10 minutes and concentration.
Okay. Yep, that sounds good. So as long as you can concentrate. So just help me remember when you get hit, you do have to hang on to that concentration.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, but I have something to hopefully help me. Okay. Willow, make sure you got that down. You have +2 to your AC. As this, what does it look like? Go ahead and describe that. What does your version of this look like?
I think it's maybe there's like a quick wrapping of barely perceptible notes or like sigils. Yeah! Wow! And it's gonna kind of cling to my homegirl Willow. Fuck him up, Willow.
Cool. Nice. Yeah, so Melodia, this kind of energy and music resonates. You create this amazing shield as you try to get everyone hyped. And the Marshal kind of gives a small like glint at you of approval. If that's it, then it's Levna's turn. Levna rushes in, heading straight to Caramel, and now she's almost within range of him. All right, Lyx, I need your help here. Is our Minotaur friend still trapped by something, or was it just that reaction and that's it?
It was just the reaction.
Okay, then he kind of starts coming back to the
Soft.
as it starts charging at you, Lyx, and it's hanging over this ledge, and it's looking at you with the axe drawn again. And now it's Soth's turn. Soth kind of looks around and realizes people closing in on him, but he's still walking with his hand out, and he kind of says,
Do not fear, we will be reunited.
as he starts walking up the stairs, and he still has not touched the morning flame, but he's right next to it, kind of staring at it with both hands in awe as it's shining its aura around him. And that's his turn. He still doesn't reach out to it. Alrighty, now we got some skeletons. All right, this one rushes at Willow and hits with a 21. Willow, this will be half damage for you because you're raging. Wow, you only take 1 damage, Willow. You take 1 damage from this skeleton. I'm gonna say this one's actually gonna go toward the Marshal and Levna and actually goes to the Marshal and swings at the Marshal. Misses horrifically as the Marshal easily parries its attack. This one just moves over here. These start crawling down. Okay, this one actually does go to you, Willow. Swings and misses, Willow. You block with your shield. Do you have a shield, Willow? I forget. You dodge or you block. You do something cool. This one comes over to Levna. That actually hit, and Levna takes some damage. And this one rushes at the Marshal and swings and misses as she parries. And she says, that'll be your last mistake. And now it's the guards' turns. The guards, listening to sneak aim, they move up. They all get kind of closer to the ledges that they're on, their respective ledges. They take maximum aim, sneak, mostly aiming at the ones near Melodia and Willow. And 2 of them get crazy good shots, knocking both of these next to Willow prone. So both of those are on the ground prone. Willow, you have advantage on attacks on them as they fall to the ground with their legs down. This one over here next to Melodia is still up and standing, but the other 2 are knocked prone as their legs are knocked out. I need you all to make an athletics check.
18.
You resist as the energy again, calling out to Soth or you all or something, pulses through, and now the roof is crumbling too, and cracks are starting to form in the roof as some pieces of debris are falling. Nothing to harm anyone, but just little sand pieces and little pieces of wall. Willow, you're good. Lyx, you're good. You resist the energy as it pulses out. Melodia, you're good. Sneak, what happens is you get pushed back, and one of the guards like holds you, and he's like, hang in there. there, bud. We got you. So you're good, Sneak. You're all good. And Sneak, it is your turn. Your friends are starting to get surrounded.
There's a lot happening right now.
There's
I really, really want to do something perhaps a little bold. I'm going to... Do I move myself like that? Probably not. Huh? No. Okay, so I am just going to move myself to this corner right there. And then I'm going to take a shot at Soth over here. I'm going to try to see if I can hit him. Is that Tim, right?
yeah.
Okay, I'm going to
So
see if I can
85
hit him.
feet? Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to try to hit his hands.
I'd say that these are about level actually, so this would work. This could work. So take a shot.
Okay. I want to just fucking hit him, dude. This is bold, but I got to do something, dude. All right. Fingers crossed for me, everybody. Oh shit. I could
Oh,
not.
it's at advantage. It's at advantage because you're high. You are hidden.
Oh,
and he's
yeah,
not
that's true.
paying. One more shot.
Oh dear Lord. Okay, it just kind of goes. Never mind.
Well, your
Can I-
dice are correct, right? Yeah, no, they have to be. That's the
Yeah.
that's the 2 hit.
Can I just go back into hiding?
You can use a bonus action to hide. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back into hiding.
Well, actually, you don't have to hide. No one's noticed you.
Yeah.
Because I feel like your arrows just miss. They just like zoom by, and Soth is just like, oh, this is a battle. You know, it's a battle scene. He doesn't care.
All right. Well, I guess I have nothing left to do. I'm so sorry,
Okay.
everybody. I let you down.
All right, Lyx, you're up.
So when I do the measurement, I just want to confirm because it's when you do diagonal, it says 5.
Okay, you can go where you wanted to go then. I think that's fine then.
Okay, so I think
Yeah, these are big map. You're right. Go ahead.
I wanted
You
to
can
go.
start your turn where you want it to be, so you can go to
Okay.
that diagonal spot.
Cool. So that would have been one up. All right, I'm gonna be in the middle of 2
Minotaur staring you down.
scary folks. Yep, I'm gonna move here.
You're running that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and as my bonus action, I'm going to use my meta magic to give Willow Dragon's Breath.
Oh shit. Okay.
So I'm putting the spell in the chat for Willow, but essentially Crake's dark claw reaches out, extends from my body towards Willow, and taps her on the head, and she's imbued with the power to spew magic from their mouth, and you can pick what kind of damage it does, and you can have that for a minute, and I have to keep concentration.
Is it action or a bonus action for her to use her breath?
It's an action for the breath. It's a bonus action for me to cast.
Word.
Yeah.
So it's
All
like
right.
you get a cone basically, Willow, of like like Uncle Iroh vibes.
Indeed.
Anything
All
else?
right. Yep. I got it.
And Willow's got that plus that she's got shield. You guys are buffing the shit out of her right now.
Yep. I'm gonna use my action to cast Dissonant Whispers on Saw. So that's a wisdom.
What's the range on it? And like, do you need to be able to see him? He's kind of at a weird angle here.
You whisper a discordant melody that only one creature of your choice within range can hear within 60 feet.
Okay. So you just have to. They have to be able to hear it. Okay. So he just has to save, right?
Wisdom saving throw.
I have a question. What does... Oh, well, I guess we'll see if it hits or not.
Gonna have to beat a 17.
Yep.
So this is what happens. What whispers are you channeling? Do you have any ideas?
It's the whispers I heard from the new Atari temple, like those kind of witches.
Ah, so, my precious flame, you've killed some witches too.
And nothing happens.
Okay.
He thinks as you feel like he thinks the Mourning Flame is just talking to him.
All right.
Just so you know, he got a 22.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's my turn then.
Okay. Willow, your turn. And then we got the Marshal.
So he hasn't really acknowledged us at all, and that's the fact that he's getting closer and closer is really pissing her off. And so she thinks back to their first encounter and pulls the decanter from her waist and happens to be 30 feet away, which is the range of the decanter, and yells out, "Don't ignore us. Don't you remember us? We're the ones that took it from you last time," and shoots geyser at him.
Okay. He has to do a dex saving throw?
DC
right?
13 strength save.
Oh, strength save. Okay.
And again, it is salt water just because I know his stuff is metal. I'm sure it doesn't do anything, but it's just for insult.
Natural 20. As he barely like looks behind and steps to the side. Just moves to the side as the geyser shoots out and splatters onto maybe some skeletons in the background. Maybe some skeletons fall a little bit, but he doesn't say anything to you. What else do you have?
That was my whole action. Don't really have a lot in the way of bonus actions. Yeah, guess I just wait for these guys to hit me or get to take a reaction to hit them, because that was kind of what I had.
Alrighty. It's the Marshal's turn.
Wait, doesn't Holly get an attack of opportunity from when the zombie last stepped into her 5 feet? No?
They have to walk away. They have to walk away from you. You can walk at someone.
They have to leave my melee.
Yeah. Okay. Marshall's turn. And she says, "We're wasting time." And then she grabs both of her swords and says, "I am the Rose Reborn." And in insane speed starts spinning, almost like a Beyblade or something like that, slicing at everything around her with intense speed. And I already made the rolls. All the skeletons immediately get torn to shreds around her, as Saramil also takes a good chunk from his health from that. And she says, "Don't worry, I'm leaving him for you." And she dashes away after her massive spinning attack, going toward the stairs over here, trying to meet Soth. Saramil does do an attack of opportunity at her, and he misses as she dodges it, and she keeps moving through, creating an opening for you all on the left. And now it's actually Saramil's turn, and he goes, and launches at Levna and takes 2 swings at Levna, and one of them misses. Oh shit, one of them misses, one of them hits as he does. Oof. He does a good amount of health to her. He hits her pretty good. Her old student reaching in. And you guys see blood spew out of Levna's kind of chest area, cutting out as she gets hit pretty hard from her old student. All right, Melodia, it's your turn, and then it's Levna.
All right, Melodia's gonna use a reaction to call out to her friend. She's still holding the shield of faith on Willow. Should I try to stop Saul? Should I try to freeze him? Can they respond back to me?
Is that a concentration spell?
Yeah.
Is that what you're asking?
No, I'm asking it so that way in character I can use rely on my allies as help.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. You have 6 seconds to speak, so you can say what you just said.
So can they respond to me?
They have 6 seconds to respond.
Give her hell.
We gotta stop him. If you have something, use it.
Okay, so with that, I think I'm going to... should I use? Yeah, I'm going to use Hypnotic Pattern.
Okay.
So that's going to be a cube. Can I use it?
Can you send that spell? I just want to know, do you have to see him? Is it here? What is it?
Yep, let me send the spell. Oh, lots of clicking. I'm moving.
And then I'm doing a spell save, I'm guessing?
Yep, it's 120.
Okay.
So
okay.
Let's see.
And your spell save is 16. Okay. It is concentration, Melvin. So if you cast this, the shield will be gone off of Willow.
Yes.
Okay. Even if it misses, I just want you to know.
Okay, let's try it.
Okay, so I got a spell save, and it's wisdom, 20.
You're kidding me.
No, 20.
Can I use my pluses to up the spell save?
You have a D4.
Yeah.
So you'd need to roll that 4.
Oh.
You need to roll a 4 on the 4. And you could actually no, you can't, because that's increasing the DC. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. And you don't have demon. Yeah, that's different. That's different than what I'm talking about. Yeah, sorry, it's DC. You don't have a demon that's corrupting you. It's a trade-off with Lyx. Yeah, sorry, friend. Unless you have anything else, he's powerful. What did this look like? Let's paint the scene still.
Well, but what about all the skeletons? Did I
they're still
within the 30-foot cube.
Yeah, some of you could probably get. Okay, so where are you centering it? Kind of more closer to where you guys are? Yeah, you could probably get.
Yeah, whatever from there gets the most people. I'm pretty sure I can't get Talcictus.
No.
Talcictus on the side, so everybody else.
Well, I would say to not harm Levna and Willow and Lyx, you could probably.
But it's only enemy. Each creature in the area who sees.
They're creatures. Yeah.
Not enemy.
They're creatures. So you can get these 2. I'll give you these 2. I think that's fair to be able to range it, to get the 2 next to Levna and Willow.
Yeah, sure.
Let's do it. Hey, let's give you something.
Yep.
Oh my God. I rolled really well. I'm sorry. They succeed.
How do fucking skeletons?
Oh, wait, no. Oh, fuck. Okay, so this one actually gets a 16. That is a save.
Beats it.
Just beats it. Oh man, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I don't know what to tell you. The dice and
Yeah, that's
the
okay.
power of Soth's fire. I don't know.
So, but you know what I can do? I
Go
can
ahead. So
use my mantle of inspiration
sure.
to inspire my
Yep.
comrades to be able to move up to their speed
Yep.
as a reaction.
And get the temporary hit points. Yep.
Yep. So then that's
You
gonna
can move your speed right now as a reaction, and you get a 5 health shield. Unfortunately, Willow, you did lose the shield that was on you. But you can all reposition, including yourself, Melodia. I think we said that.
Yep.
So, Sneak, you too. Levna's gonna say, I will stay behind and hold back these forces. Go!
How far can I move?
Your movement speed.
Okay. Oops, my dumbass.
So everyone's moving, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'm
So-
moving behind the pillar.
And you won't get hit by opportunity attacks either, I believe, right? Yeah. So, Willow, you can get out of your situation.
So I can just push through the two because they're kind of both in front of me.
You can try. You would have to do a strength check, I think.
Oh, that's fine. I can do that. Hopefully.
And I think you're at advantage with rage, unless I'm making that up.
Am I still hidden?
Probably.
Okay.
For the music.
Cristian, to get to the lower level, what is the, like, do I have to go a certain route?
So there's stairs over here. You can try to jump up like these
Okay.
10 feet here. Try to climb these 10 feet. This is about like 30 feet to climb, and it's not climbable wall really.
So you go here and the stairs take you here,
Yep, to the other stairs over here.
and then you go, okay.
Yeah, Marshall's on the other set of stairs over here.
So if I go down the stairs, like, can I get to the bottom of the stairs with 30 feet?
Yeah, I'd
Or
say
like-
so. Yeah, the cubes
okay.
are a little confusing there, but yeah, I'd say so.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you charge through that natural 20. That's great. In fact, I'll say they're prone from that. You knock them on their asses, Willow.
I'll take that. Thank you.
As you're inspired by Melodia. And Melodia, this is what happens to you, Melodia. The skeletons, as you're trying to like control them, Soth kind of just ignores you, as it seems almost like the spell is being absorbed by him or bounces off him. Something weird. But with the skeletons, they just look at you and they're just like, Soth. All right, did everyone move? Looks like we did. Melodia, that's the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay, then we're going to go to Levna, who's going to strike twice at her student and hit both times. One of them a natural 20. Oh no. Oh shit. That's a lot of damage, folks. She does a shit ton of damage as she slices, stabs him through, releases, and then slices again as Saramil falls to the ground, and she falls with him and holds him, and she's crying and says, rest, Saramil, be free. And he drops his sword and limps over her, his skeleton and helmet, as she's finished off her student with this natural 20 blow. Double strike, she did 2 hits, and both of them were very good. Alrighty, it is Sir Taltus's turn, who is upset seeing what's going on, and he charges at Levna, joining the fray this way, just running, just Minotaur stomping around. Soth, hearing the Minotaur stomping in, seeing some of the skeletons dying, kind of like finally not too entranced by the orb, finally reaches in with both hands, and Soth grabs the Mourning Flame. And as he's grabbing it, he can't quite lift it, as it seems like there's some kind of arcane energy pulsing through the pillar of different colors, touching the Mourning Flame, and everything is rumbling now with intensity as he's grabbing it in anger and frustration, and he does something to it. He does some kind of spell is channeling through him, his body, his energy, as he, for the first time, starts to yell, a loud, echoey yell through his helmet. It's just an intense yell, and it starts low, deep, and gets louder and louder, and it's almost as if it's shaking everything around with the Mourning Flame, this voice. And as the voice kind of screams out, can you all do a perception check hearing this voice? Sneak, you hear...
17.
17 as well? Okay, Sneak, you don't see him since you're so far away, but you think you hear like a lot of people yelling together in unison, this big booming yell behind some kind of metal helmet. And you think you hear other disturbing sounds. It's hard to tell what it is. It's almost demonic in the background, or the sound of a horse screaming or something. It's something disturbing there. And Melvin, or Melodia, you also hear the exact same thing, except you know it's Soth. You know it's Soth's yell. You know it's Soth screaming out this weird voice that sounds like, that becomes the voice of many for a moment. Alrighty. And then as he's yelling, boom! He lifts it up into the air, breaks the spell from the red robes and the white robes. Whatever he casts on it was enough, using all his might, all his energy, and lifts it up in the air as you all see the morning flame being lifted. And now that it's lifted with Soth in Soth's hands, sorry, I'm going to share real quick with you all. Now that it's being lifted by Soth, the morning flame starts to brighten his face, and the morning flame changes this color, and it looks like this bright, beautiful rose. This rose shining on Soth's hands as the room gets darker for a moment, darker except for the orb. And for Soth, everything is dark, and he says,
My own friend, the beginning of it all.
and then it looks like he speaks to something else, and he grabs something, and he says,
Red Ruin, it is time.
and we'll take a break there. And yeah, we're still in the combat round, actually. So Soth has taken the morning flame yet, and the morning flame has been obtained. And you guys are kind of hearing these whispers. You kind of keep hearing the whispers now, shooting out of different voices in different languages. What languages do you all speak? So there's Common. Sometimes you hear stuff in Common, like
Soth, help free us. Save us, Soth.
you know,
Orcish, Kender, Thieves Can't, Common.
Celestial.
do an Arcana check, Sneak.
New Anesti.
Oh God, do an Arcana check at advantage, Melodia. Sneak, you do an Arcana check. Melodia, do an Arcana check at advantage.
wasn't
Sneak,
good.
it's not quite good enough, which makes sense. You're just confused by this energy pulsing out, flying out, this dark energy. These whispers, maybe they're scaring Sneak or throwing him off his game. He's not aiming well right now. The whispers keep coming out from this thing.
I think Sneak is like, realizing there's like a lot going on. There's a lot at stake. He's always like so free-hearted, and he's like,
Right.
either live or I die. But now he's like, oh shit, like
It's not just
like,
you.
Yeah, there's bigger things at stake now. Yeah.
Nice. All right, Melodia, do you have a roll?
I have a 1 for my first one. And then at advantage, I have an 11. But I also am hoping, can I actually use my other inspiration that you gave us
The
for...
D4 from Marshall?
No, just all round.
Oh, sure, yeah, go ahead.
15, 20, dirty 20.
Okay, perfect. Okay. You hear many, many voices in the Nua Nesti tongue. You hear the dark orb. The dark orb. It stopped the... And then they say the word for Mind Flayer. They say the word for Mind Flayers. It stopped them. It stopped the Mind Flayers. But Doom the Saw. And then you keep hearing Doom the Saw, Doom the Saw, Doom the Saw. You keep hearing Lear and Novus, the city in Mount Kawamba. You keep hearing that. You keep hearing the name of the city in Mount Kawamba. You hear screams. You hear, what happened to you? No. You hear like voices. And actually with that 20, something kind of sparks in Melodia for a moment as she sees a glimpse of these new Anestes in this city of Lyra and Novus stepping back as these ghouls start launching out of nowhere at mind flayers and attacking them, assaulting them. But then the ghouls look at them, and then some of the new Anesti look at themselves and their growing claws, and their skin is turning pale as this energy is pulsing throughout this entire city. That's what you see, Melodia, with that 20 and what you hear. And it's almost like, it's weird to describe how you see it. It's like a glimpse, but it feels like you were there. It's just a glimpse for a moment, a flash, but it felt like you were there. You felt the coolness of the cave again. It looked brighter. It looked like a more beautiful city, even though there was mind flayers floating about and people scared and fighting, and then ghouls in between all of it. And I'm not sure what conclusions you create from that, but it's obviously startling. Okay. Shit, what did I start with? Okay, the Arcana, the Perception. Okay, cool. All right. Anything else? Anyone? How are you all feeling? How are your characters feeling? We kind of got Sneak's thoughts already. Lyx, how's the energy pulsing through you now that you've seen what's happened so far?
I think before Soth grabbed the morning flame, it was the killing calm. Like Lyx wasn't very fearful. But now that Soth has the flame, there's that really large piece of dread. Like, even though that I'm more powerful than I've ever been, I'm still not really making a dent on Soth or being able to protect the Morning Flame. So there's frustration.
Anything else from Willow or Melodia? How are you guys feeling? How are you all feeling?
I'm trying not to show it too much, but Willow's kind of just in panic mode. The whole point in her mind was to keep him from getting it, and that maybe the magic holding it there would be enough to at least slow him down, and it didn't do that. So moving from probably plan D at this point to whatever's next.
I think firstly, oh God. So I think Melodia is feeling kind of like sad. She just saw like the extinction of a people of like something so crazy that I think has like far-reaching consequences. I think for the first time, maybe Melodia is scared that something like this could happen, not in the historical past, but in the like right now, and it could happen to all of their friends. And I think Melvin feels that, Melodia feels that, and is like, oh shit.
Alrighty, well, the skeletons have moved as you all are feeling your feels. And they're gonna go strike at Marshall Nestor first. Oh wow, and one of them lands a hit on her. One of them kind of cuts her. This one takes out its short bow and aims it at you, Melodia, and misses with a natural 1. Oh yeah, these two actually are on the ground. They're kind of crawling toward Levna, and I'm gonna say they crawl at her and try to bite at her at disadvantage. They miss as they try to bite at her, and she kind of like steps away from them, their legs missing. But this one's upright and swings at Levna and also misses with a natural 1. These skeletons are off their game. This skeleton, weirdly enough, I'm gonna borrow Lyx with your perception, and I think Willow you had, okay, that perception's not great. Lyx, this skeleton here is kind of fumbling around, and it kind of has the beard of Bob the Soldier, and it looks like it's like trying not to move. It's like trying to look at the scorpion and Soth. It's like looking back at the big scorpion over here and Soth, and it doesn't do anything actually. It like stops itself. The other guards here aim at the enemies over on the ground. Okay, a couple of them hit some of the targets, so they're looking a little weaker, and nothing happens with the Morning Flame this time. It's free. The pedestal there is a rocky mess, broken, cracked. It doesn't pulse through the ground this time. Nothing ambushes you all from the Morning Flame, but you all hear this. It might be very loud. Let me turn it down. Can you guys hear it? Booming from the outside. As the, distinguishable scream and roar of a dragon, a big dragon by the sounds of it, echoes outside, screaming. All right, Sneak, it's your turn.
Bam, 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 bam. Bam. Godzilla coming, dude. Okay. Fuck, dude. Can I use my grappling hook to hit this pillar right here? Like I want to go up into the pillar, and I know that's already a bit up, but I want to shoot at the very top where like the ceiling and the pillar is, and like try to grab around it.
Yeah, so it's connected to a ceiling, but you can like go to it to help you move if that's what you're trying to do.
Yeah,
you can't land on top of it. There's a ceiling.
Right. But I want to I want to go onto it and like grapple onto it and like dig my toes. Okay.
So what I'll do is you succeed on the hit because it's an inanimate thing. Do an athletics check.
Athletics check. Oh man, I need to get my athletics up. 14.
Wow.
You know what? I'd say that's good enough. Actually, you're hanging on there. It's a lot of strength, and your hands are. You could potentially do something with your right arm, but you did use it to hook shot already.
All right, so I imagine that I use the hook shot and I grab it up and I'm able to get my left hand up and I still have my right hand free.
You do, but your hook shot counts as an action. Your claw shot. So
okay.
If you're trying to shoot, you can't.
Okay, that's fine. Could I, in my bag, I have a piton or like a python. I don't know what they're called, but it's used for climbing. It's like a little spike with a hole in it. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Normally getting something from the bag is an action, but since it's a small kind of, it's not that powerful, I'll let you do it. You're
Okay.
skilled enough. You're skilled enough with dealing with bags to grab it.
Could I just grab the pitten out and just stick it into a crevice? Would that
Sure.
be too much?
No, I think that's okay. Sure. Yeah. So you're trying to
Okay.
get it to stick.
Yeah,
Actually, that's too much. You got the
Okay.
bag. That's too much. That'll take an action. You got it out. It's out.
Okay.
It's out of the bag.
You know what? Then I don't even need it out. I'm gonna just hold on there, and I'm gonna just kind of hope that I'm in hiding.
Okay. Then let's go on hope. Let's go on hope. All right. Anything else?
I think I'm gonna cancel my turn until I can move again.
Okay. Cool. All right. So go ahead. You can move yourself over to that column. All right, Lyx, your turn. And then we have Willow.
I just said all right in a
Oh,
sigh.
okay.
I will be scared. So,
Oh, okay. Heading right to the belly of the beast. All right.
yes, but I'm going to attack one of the people that are attacking Marshall
Nestra.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm gonna
So-
do dissonant whispers again to it. It's a
Oh,
6.
probably the one just right straight ahead of you.
Sure. Yep.
And what save is it?
It's a wisdom saving throw.
Oh shit. You got a 17.
17.
And yours is a 17.
Okay, so the target takes half damage. So it'll
Okay.
3d6.
What damage type is it?
Psychic.
Okay, how much damage does it take?
Oh, half of 16, so 8 damage.
Oh, nice. Okay, that's good. It's looking pretty rough, actually.
All right, and I shout to Nestra, we gotta face this together.
Okay, all right. I'm scared. Anything else? We got Willow next.
No, I'm holding concentration for Dragon's Breath.
All right. Okay, Willow, your turn. You got Dragon's Breath.
Yes, I do. And it's a little weird because there's a lot of rooms and going upstairs, but if you'll allow me, I did kind of like section it out, and I was gonna go where basically where Lyx ended up, but is this okay for you for 40 foot? Where I
40
could just
foot
move-
breath?
No, for movement, like moving around,
Yeah. Okay,
It's not
that was
too
good.
long.
Yeah, I think that's.
because I don't maybe get there if you're okay with it. And then I'm going
makes
to
sense, yep.
immediately go for Saw to attack with the Radiant Blast from
Okay.
the app.
Okay.
18 hit?
18.
Okay.
An 18 hit.
Okay, good. Okay.
All right, so he takes 10 damage. Oh, no, more because of the
No.
radiant. Yeah.
So Curie Jolas is only 1d6 if it's not slashing, which I'm not in melee, so it's only 1d6 radiant, so I have to roll
Oh,
it.
right. Yeah. Sorry. Yep. Thank you. Thank you for remembering that.
Trust me, I wish it was more, but
You're honorable. Hey,
it's what I
that's
got.
like.
Or you.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, well, we're gonna hit him again, because I get 2 attacks,
Yes.
and that is enraging. Okay, well, at least it also hits.
Dirty 20. Nice.
3d20. Okay, balance.
Much better.
Balance works.
Yeah, definitely balanced it out.
And now that I
So,
am...
real quick, can I do a reaction? So, this is what happens.
Sure.
You slam it, and the first one, like, pelts his armor, and he doesn't even look at you as he's still holding the orb. And then the second one hits him pretty good on the head, and he goes, oh, and then looks at you directly and dashes at you as a reaction. All right, do you, sorry, actually, you can, no, actually, you did your action. You still have your stuff, but he gets to react. He does
Yeah,
his
no, I had a bonus action, but I don't know if that's gonna matter now.
He uses his bonus or his legendary reaction to dash at you all in intense fury. I need you to make I need both of you to make strength saving throws.
Do we get advantage because we're flanking him now?
No.
No. Okay. What was that roll again?
Strength saving throw.
Right. Not terrible.
I got a 3.
You both still fail as you fall prone as he dashes at Dragon Ball Z speeds and stops in front of you all, and the mere presence and energy of how quickly he moved knocks you both on your asses, and he's towering above you, this almost 7-foot tall figure looming at you, red eyes looking at you in absolute fury, the morning flame in his hands. I need you both to make perception checks as you're staring at him in fear.
Natural 20.
Oh my god, are you serious? Holy shit, that's insane. Okay, so both of you notice the armor of Soth in the daylight now. You are no longer in the darkness of Mount Kawamba, as the armor of Soth has beautiful symbols and vines and thorns and roses. The armor of Soth has roses and thorns, and all his armor's completely black and singed, but there are roses around it, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful armor, but of course terrifying with him. And with that natural 20 Lyx, you hear Ispin's voice again.
Don't die!
Blasting from the morning flame.
Don't let him kill your lass.
And then another voice comes in.
It says, wait, is that a Valine? That's my shirt! Hey, that's my shirt! Holy, that's my shirt!
And then other voices come in. Other voices come in that you can't understand. Other languages. They keep popping as Soth is towering over you all in fury. Alrighty. Willow, you still have your bonus action, and I think that's it.
I do, and I think she's gonna panic and do what she was planning to do anyway. 15-foot cone of cold with Lyx's thing. She chose cold.
So you already did an action. You did your action was to launch the blast.
It's a bonus action.
No, it's a bonus action for her to cast it. It's an action for you to cast it. Correct, Lyx?
Yeah, it's an action.
Yeah, it's a bonus action for Lyx to cast it onto someone. It's an action for that person to use it. Sorry.
No, that's fair. I just misread it. I had never seen that before. My bad.
It's okay. You hit him good. You hit him good. That attack's better for hitting like groups, I think.
She is scared shitless, but trying her best to absolutely not show it. She spat in his face once, and if she asks to, she'll do it again. Well, internally crying a lot.
Alrighty. So, Lyx, you heard the voice.
I'm kind of like reaching out for Willow, like for comfort, if I like just kind of trembling at this point.
Oh, I will 100% grab your hand if I feel it.
Soth's eyes follow your hand, Lyx. You just see the red eyes that are gleaming in this helmet, in this dark helmet. Follow your eyes, just following them. Or sorry, follow your arm reaching out, okay? Marshal Nestra's turn as she slashes out in a fury at these scum next to her. She hits one, misses with her other attack. She hits them both now with her third attack, uses all three of her attacks at lightning speed with her sword, slashing at them, finishing off the one that you started, Lyx, and then stabbing the other one straight through the skull, launching its skull out, and then she dashes at Soth. Alrighty, I think that's all she's got. Let me double check. That is everything she has. Alright, Melodia, it's your turn, and then we have Levna.
Okay.
Levna looks at you and says, "Do not worry about me, friend. Go! I will hold them back."
Oh no! That's my exact thing. I was like, oh no. Is Melodia is like really not, she's a bitch, but leaving someone on the back of like to be like ganked is like so shady. It's shady and Melodia doesn't like it. It's grimy, but Melodia's gonna have to run. How close can I get to Soth with all of my movement?
What's your movement speed? 30?
30.
You can move 60. You can move, what is that, 12 squares? Am I doing my math right? 5 times 12, 60? You can move 12 squares, Melodia.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm trying to get my selector to move. Melodia. She's gonna run past Levna. And is that looking down at Soth from here?
You can't see him at all from that angle. It's a giant wall, basically. That's the big staircase that leads to the pillar of where the Mourning Flame was. You can't see them at all. You can't see your friends from there. Sneak, you could see everything. You could see your friends from your vantage.
I guess I'm going to get as close as I can to the stair, which I just don't know. Sorry, it's a little confusing the way it folds.
Yeah. Which stair are you trying to get to?
Anything that gets me the closest to my friends.
I think what I can let you do is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Do an athletics check as you reach. You're reaching on the railings here to try to climb above them.
Okay. Athletics check. Boom.
That's great. You've hoist yourself over with the strength of your friends. I think I said 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. That's your full dash. Do you want to be there? You could be 60, I don't know, anywhere around here.
Yeah, that's good. And then I guess I'm going to use my bonus. Wait. I'm going to use a Bardic Inspiration die to tell the group, like, I'm right behind you. So, who does that inspire? I'm going to shout out to Lyx. So, if you need to use extra things to save yourself, now I'm right behind you, Lyx. I'm coming. And then I'm going to end my turn.
All right. It's Levna.
Whenever Melodia's magic touches me, it's like a healing breath. It's like my chest expands again.
Levna screams at you all and says, "Do it for Calaman! I will fight Sir Tautus too!" And she strikes down one skeleton that's on the ground that had no legs and finishes it off. Swipes at another one, and that one actually blocks as the fire in it looks more furious, and it stares at it. And she lets out a scream, just lets out a scream, determined to fight till the end, as the Minotaur charges at her full speed, running at her to gore her. And she has to... Oh! Oh wait, I did the wrong one. Oh no, it hits. Okay, this is what happens. You guys can't really see it except for sneak. As Sir Taltus' skeleton charging with the axe, and then tricks her and ducks his head down and gores her with his head and horns, stabbing her through and lifting her up, and she immediately, with pure strength, pulls it out and jumps off instead of being pushed back, and is in front of him, coughs up blood, and she says, "Let's go, Sir Taltus." And she's hanging in there, wiping a little bit of blood from her, as he tried to launch her, and she used her strength to not let that happen and pull the horn out of her, but she still takes a pretty nasty hit. And that is Sir Taltus's turn, as Soth looks at you all with intense fury. Okay, so Soth, this is what Soth will do. I need Willow, Lyx, and Marshall Nestra to do wisdom saving throws.
Oh my god, Cristian, I don't know what you did to this thing, but I got another 20.
Okay.
It was 22.
So a natural 20?
Yes.
Okay.
Cristian gifted this for me for Christmas. This little 3D printer dice tower, so he imbued it with something wonderful.
All right, Nestra did fail. As Soth looks at you all, his eyes are glowing, and they get brighter and redder, and he says,
"Stay."
and he holds his hand out at all of you. As Marshall reacts and she can't move, and she's like, and she can't move, and you guys are okay. You resisted somehow. And in fact, since you're both prone still and holding hands, I'll let you guys have a moment to do some sleight of hand if you want some kind of communication. It seems that Soth is unaware that it doesn't work on you both, unless you react or say something.
I can't try and get up?
Actually, what he does is walk by Marshall Nestra, who does nothing. He shoves her out of the way, and he walks over both of your bodies. You can react, Willow and Lyx, if you want to surprise him.
I would try and grab him.
Oh god. Okay, do a strength check. What'd you get? 4? I mean, I shouldn't even roll. I don't have to roll.
Yeah.
You do that. You reach out and grab him. As your reaction. And he just kicks your hand away. Just kicks it away. And yeah, I think he can... I could check the rules. You guys can call bullshit. But since you reacted, he's going to use his reaction and get angry at all of you and just go... and kind of slam the ground with energy. Just with energy. And I need you all to do strength saving throws again.
Before that, can I also attack him? Because if I saw Lyx move, I would have tried to do something.
Sure, you can do an opportunity attack. Go ahead.
I'm going to just try to cut his top or something to slow him down.
That hits.
22 hit? Okay.
Yeah, and you can add that radiant damage to it.
Yes, I can. It's going to piss him off more, but that's what I got.
So as Lyx tries to grab him, there's a slight distraction there, and you go in and slice at his legs with your axe, surprising him. And yeah, he goes... As you slice, again, you see kind of the embers kind of spark out of his legs as you slice that area. Okay. Okay, did you do the strength save, Willow? Oh, you hit, that happens. Oh, I didn't do Marshall's. Oh no, I did, she failed. And I'll do it when you do yours. It's not enough. Not enough.
I can do one reroll.
If you want to, go ahead.
That's even worse. Okay, well, that's fine.
He slams the ground and you all go rolling back 5 feet. Lyx, you slam into the railing and take a little bit of damage. 2 damage, Lyx, as the energy of him slamming the ground pushes you back, and you go, just kind of like a little back hit.
Does adding 7 impact that at all? I used my Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, that doesn't, and your Bardic Inspiration's gone.
Had.
Oh, no, because I would apply it to the second roll since you rolled the second one, unfortunately.
Should I just drop from the pillar instead of going 5 feet back?
You're not in range for that attack he did, so you're okay, my friend.
So I'm fine? Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, you're good. All right, that is Soth's turn. That's actually Soth's turn. The skeletons go. As this skeleton kind of looks at all of you and is like, and it's trying to reach for its sword, but it's holding back, and it drops. And it walks towards Soth with amazing force of will and blocks his way, is standing in front of him. And then there's the Levna skeletons. Oh god, as they surround her. Okay, 1 does hit. She's still hanging in there, but they are getting her good now. All right, and the guards start to shoot at the skeletons. Say, don't let Levna fall! That would be shots they might. Okay, they take out 1. They suck. Amongst all of them, they take out one. Alrighty. Sneak, it's your turn. As again, you guys hear booming. Actually, yeah, go ahead, Sneak. Go ahead, go.
Okay, so sitting in my pillar, I will call out to the archers, advance forward. Let's kill this motherfucker. I want to bathe in his blood and take that armor from him and add support to Levna. Let's split up.
Since they didn't move, they're like some of them. Do a persuasion roll. Yeah, let's do a new roll.
I do want to.
And it's at advantage because they like you. They like you. Some of them like you already. You hung out with them.
You said perception?
Persuasion, my friend.
Persuasion.
You're persuading them. Yeah.
Natural 20, baby.
Okay, that's amazing. Your speech is. Do you give a speech or what? So what are you saying?
As I'm like strapped onto this like pillar, I'm gonna just holler back like half. 3 units protect Levna, 3 units attack Soth, don't let him escape with the flame. I want to bathe in his blood and steal his armor. And then I'm going, I don't know, is that an action?
No, it's
so
not.
I still have an action?
Yeah.
Okay.
But this is what happens. They are all so motivated. They're like, because they see Levna fighting, they see you guys fighting, they see you giving it all. They're for Levna, and they didn't use their movement at all. So I think it's fair. They finally just jump down from that fucking thing. And they're like, oh, and they start charging in. They start moving toward the thing. For Colton! And one of them's like, for Bob! Charging in. Alright, Sneak, yeah, you have your action still.
Okay, with my right hand that I have available, I'm gonna aim it right for Soth's dome, and I'm gonna try to shoot.
Go ahead. I'll say you probably have advantage there, sure. He's tall enough.
Okay, so...
A natural 20. Oh my god. Okay, so this is what happens. We're gonna double this, that's 20. Go ahead and roll whatever the damage is for your crossbow one more time. Sorry, no, sorry. We're just gonna double this. Sorry, that's my roll. We'll just double this. We'll call it 20. We'll call it 20 damage. And now roll your sneak attack damage, and you double that. So roll your sneak attack. I think you're at 3. You're at 3 sneak attack.
Is it
3d6, I think.
3d6, that's what I thought.
Just roll them, and we're gonna double that on top of this.
9.
Okay, so 18 plus 20 is 38 damage. So this is what happens, Sneak.
Whoa.
Sneak's finally like fuck, go guys, like, you know, making a scene, yelling, screaming, and he takes a shot, aims, boom, and Lyx. Soth is staring at the skeleton of Bob, trying to like block him. All of you are just shoved away. Nestra's still confused that she couldn't move, and Soth is staring at all of you, and especially Bob, in fury. As an arrow breaks through his skull, the arrow points out of his eye, and he goes and pulls it out immediately, like in pain. Kind of like grabs his eye for a moment, and then like smacks his face, and his eye is back, but it looks like it still hurt him as like embers are spewing out. But he's kind of doing like the Kylo Ren, if you guys have seen in The Force Awakens, where he's like smacking himself. He's kind of doing that, but to his face, and he's hanging in there, and he looks at you, Sneak, and Sneak, he gives you a death stare. And actually, I have a pretty cool image for this moment, and we're almost done here, friends. He gives you this soft, full of fury, staring at you, eyes fiery, looking like he wants nothing more than to kill you. And then he says,
I don't have time for you, pathetic candor.
And he's furious as he uses his legendary reaction once more to dash towards the window and shoves Bob out of the way, uses his full speed, makes it to the edge of the window. As flapping wings appear, as a shadow goes down this window, and combat has ended as Soth jumps out of the window, and immediately the marshal screams, "No, you don't!" And she goes running and jumps out the window following Soth. She jumps out the window as the dragon screams, and she's hoping that she lands on that dragon. And what's gonna happen, friends, is you all have the choice now. By next session, are you following and jumping out this window, or are you staying in the scene, clearing out the space? Whatever, you guys get to decide, but this is where we'll end. Marshall, Nestor, and Soth have jumped out of the window, maybe onto this dragon that has appeared.
I have one question.
Yep.
I don't care if it's a roll. Can any of us see out the window to see what color the dragon is?
With the high perception that Lyx had recently, I don't know if you did, I forget. It wasn't bad. It was good, I think.
I think it was 17 that Willow had.
You guys can see it red. It's red.
Good to know. Thank you.
It's pretty, the sun is right on it, right? The sunlight is coming coming toward the window. So it looks pretty dark, but you can see the traces of red, you know, wherever it allows, wherever the shadows allow. What a session, friends. Hey, you're still alive. You guys are good. There's still hope. Sneak, you got an amazing shot. Holy shit.
That was incredible.
That hurt.
Oh
That
my
hurt.
god.
I was heated.
That hurt.
I mean, I'm sure you still have inspiration, but you should get inspiration.
I still do. I have two
I can't
points of
stack
inspiration.
it. There's no stacking, unfortunately, friends.
That's fine. I was gonna wait until this last shot, and then it ended up being a perfect 20. I didn't even need it. So
There you go. You timed it well. All right. Well, MLK Day. You guys have to decide. So